Hello, my name is Haley Allard, and my partner is Diana Zargoza, and our unit plan is third grade ELA. And I'm going to be talking to you about how we can use all the different theories that we have learned throughout this course and how we can use them in our third grade ELA classroom. So first of all, we have psychology and cognition. So how do we incorporate these in the classroom? Well, for one example is a think, pair, share. So think, pair, share is an activity where students have a few minutes to think about a prompt or write down something that they're answering a question, and they can talk to their partner about what it was that was asked. This helps support the psychology and cognition theory. Next, we have behaviorist theory. So we have three different behaviorists, Pavlov, Skinner, and Bandura. I want to specifically focus on Bandura, and his theory focuses on learning by modeling behavior. This is a very important theory to incorporate in a classroom, especially a third grade classroom. One example is by having a shy student paired up with an outgoing student. This is a great example because shy students can watch how the outgoing student is, raising their hand or participating in class, and maybe that would encourage the shy student to speak up more. Next, we have Piagetian theories. Now, how do we incorporate these in the classroom? So we can use concrete props and visual aids, especially when dealing with sophisticated material. We can use materials that present a progression of ideas from step to step. Have students read short stories or books with short logical chapters, moving to longer reading assignments only when the students are ready. These are some ways that we can use Piagetian theories in our third grade classroom. Next, we have Vygotsky and Berner. We can incorporate Vygotsky and Berner's theories into our classroom by scaffolding information through lessons that the children have learned. So whatever a student has learned in second grade, it's going to be rolled over into third grade. So it is very important from year to year that each teacher meets the requirements and things like that, so the students can use the prior knowledge that they had to further their education. Next, we have learning and social cognitive theories. Now, we can incorporate these theories into our classroom by having a teacher model expected behavior from students. Students will observe the behavior and will copy what was demonstrated. This is very important, especially for the first week of school. First week of school is all about routine, and learning what to do. We can also have the learning and social cognitive theories in the classroom by repetition and practice. So this is key to expanding vocabulary. So as students begin to increase their vocabulary, it is imperative that they practice at school and at home. Teachers can pair up students in smaller groups based on their abilities. And the group of this is to allow students to learn from each other and each other's skills, in turn to increase their own individual abilities. And next, we have cognitive and metacognitive development. So one way we can introduce metacognition approach is by demonstrating critical thinking skills and having students practice these skills. Once again, practice makes perfect. So practice. That's all about third grade, is just repetition and practice so they can get ready for the next grade. So as teachers stops to explain a lesson, it will magnify the students' critical thinking skills. And next, we also have intelligence and creativity. Now, creativity is a very important thing to have in a classroom, especially with 8 and 9-year-olds. So having understanding of emotional intelligence is very important to teachers because they must learn to control their emotions along with understanding students and their emotions. Now, that is one important thing to have, because if the teacher, controls their emotions, then the whole atmosphere changes in the classroom. Teachers can develop morning meetings where they can introduce icebreakers designed to help build a sense of community. That is one creative way. Also, introducing journaling where students can express their thoughts on various topics. Maybe the teacher can have the third grade class come into the class, and first thing they do is they take out their journal and they start writing. Either they can make up a story, or they could talk about what they did the night before, what they had for dinner, whatever they do. Or it could be like a little personal diary that they could have. And that is what we have for our third grade ELA unit. Thank you very much.